In episode 2 this year, we had Rebecca Logan come from Alberta to present this episode, and it was so wonderful. I'm repeating myself again. It was so great to have her, and she's coming back again next year, because when we created this episode, there were so many ideas that were popping for both of us, and so she's coming back to add another layer, a very specific thing that we can do, and it is super duper cool. But I'll tell you more about that next month, I guess, when we unveil what we're doing in 2025. But there's a story to this episode, just like everything else, similar to what I said a few minutes ago when we looked at our first episode. This is a continuation on, or layering more information on the subject of shadow weave. So way back in season 4, I presented the Atwater method of drafting shadow weave, which was based on following twill profiles. It was super cool. We wove beautiful things on it. I used colors from parrot and black, and we wove all of these beautiful pieces. But this was a pain in the you-know-what to treadle. Super hard to keep the treadling straight, especially when you were changing directions. So years later, Marianne Powell changed the system. She redrafted the system. She moved some shafts and some tie-up parts around in the piece and came up with a system that makes it easy to understand as a block weave. And Rebecca did a phenomenal job demonstrating how it works. There were 2 projects. Well, actually, there were 3 projects for this. Several of the 4-shaft PDF goes through, the 4-shaft PDF goes through everything that you need to know about changing from Atwater to Powell. It's all in here. Everything's in here. And then there was a project that was inspired by a twill profile, and she created this scarf, and there was another scarf, but I've learned something from this. You can't give that weaving back to the instructor when they leave because you don't have it for the finale. So Rebecca has this with her in Alberta, and I didn't even think about it until this morning. So we only have one of those pieces, but they were woven in beautiful merino, lovely hand, lovely drape, just like butter. And the other 2 were here in the PDF. So there's both versions of the scarves. Absolutely great information to help you learn how to shift from Atwater to Powell method. So we did that on 4, and then she moved on to 8 shafts. And you know how we love gamps around here. When you weave a gamp, you get so much information in one piece of cloth. So Rebecca created a PDF, a phenomenal PDF, that walks you through all of that stuff from 4, but now taking it to 8. How to blow it up bigger, how to take a profile and take that profile and interpret it in shadow weave with the Powell method of drafting. So we have all of that information in the PDF, and then here's the gamp. So here is the PDF for the gamp. All right? All these great images right in there. All the treadling. So easy to treadle this time around. And here we go. So she started with all of these different ideas. They're twill inspired, you can tell. There's a straight draw. There is an extended point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Super cool. So this is like Wall of Troy. Here we have a point all the way across, and here she's built curves into the threading. Now, as we come up through all the pieces, it's woven trampes-riz, and you can see all the amazing things that happen. So we have 4 threadings, 4 treadlings, and that left us with 16 little squares of inspiration that just blow you away using that method. So this was totally trampes-riz. The next time she wove it, she did it where she reversed the colors and the definition changes, it softens. Then she wove the whole thing again, all in black. Just one color in the weft. Then she wove it again, where she started to really push and extend her treadlings. Repeat them, invert them, repeat them, invert them. Make repetitive sequences, that thing that we always do. And she's pushing, pushing, pushing the whole time. So this set of gamps is really remarkable. The patterning that's in here, you could spend the rest of your life just playing with what's in here. And here she's added more curves. This is all about the curves for all of us curvaceous folks. Isn't that amazing? So all of this is in the PDF. All of this is in the video. She also goes through this amazing demonstration of the shaft shuffling tool on Fiberworks and on Weave It, I Weave It on a Mac and on a PC. So there's so much in this episode. I wish Rebecca was here giving you the lowdown on all this. She'd do a way better job than me. Anyway, we finished up with 2 scarves that were inspired by pieces in the gamp. So there's one of them. There's the other one. Glorious, beautiful, yummy. Let's see this one better. I'm looking in my monitor to see what I'm showing. Look at that. Oh, that gorgeous pattern. And it's big. That's what I love about it. It's all so big. It's not jarring on the eye. All right. So, like everything, we decided that we were going to become Dream Team members, but after the fact. When Rebecca had been here for the filming, we of course had to dress all the looms so that she could demonstrate for you in the episode. But when she left, there was warp left over on her loom. And I think I've told this story in a newsletter, but I'm going to tell it again in case you didn't read it. You know that little Freya Jane of mine. She is my greatest joy, and she loves to watch a show. Nana, could we have a show? She's not allowed to have a lot of shows. But every now and then she gets to have a show, and Nana and Freya Jane sit there on the couch and watch things. There's a wonderful Japanese animation studio, and they made one of the animations that my children loved the most when they were growing up, and it was called Totoro. My Neighbor Totoro. We have watched that 7 million times, and Freya loves it too. And then one day when we were exploring on Netflix, we found the movie Pono. Now, it was a little bit scary for her at first, but she was okay with it because Nana was beside her, and Nana was absolutely blown away by the colors in this animation. And it was all about the ocean and waves and all of these colors morphing. So all I could think about was the square in Rebecca's gamp that had the waves in it, the curves and the waves, the simple. So we rethreaded that gamp, what was left of the gamp. We pulled out the dividers, rethreaded it the whole way across into that one threading and created the Pono-inspired towels. Now, I designed, I think, maybe the first 2 because I wanted waves. I said we got into our bobbin drawer and pulled all of these gradations because that's what was in the movie. Oh, what a great movie. Pono, you got to check it out. Anyway, here was the first towel, and I gave all of these ideas to Sharon, my dyer, who is now becoming a phenomenal weaver, and I set her loose. So I only had inspiration or influence in the first 2 towels, and now you're going to have your shorts blown off when you see the rest of them. Just putting together colors, inserting areas of plain weave, just plain weave in there to break things up. So this is a study of graphic, it's a study of gradation, it's a study of analogous color harmonies, one color moving into another. Oh, is this not beautiful? So Pono came from Rebecca's episode because we got to be her dream team, but after the fact. All different treadlings on one threading based on Rebecca's lesson. And if you want this pattern, and you've got tons of bobbins in your bobbin drawer, it is a pattern that you can purchase on the JST website. Because really, it's just the best use of just a ton of bobbins you have kicking around. Sharon had so much fun weaving these. And she found the treadling system quite simple once she had woven a couple of pieces. She had it down in no time. So it's fun to bring color into everything. And we really got a lot of bobbins back. Super cool, huh? All right, my darlings, I hope that is a nice representation of what happened in our Shadow Weave episode. And like I said, Rebecca's coming back again next year, and we're going to take this further in a very, very specific way. So, got to clear the table. Get ready for the next one.